Duly noted, 8/14/2015. Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Dooley. I'm here with the amazing Dr. Kento Kamiyama.
Hello.
And baby Kay.
Say hi, Kay.
Kay's how old?
6 months.
6 months. So he started to do the amazing things like roll over on his own. He definitely holds his head up really nicely. You're experiencing that he likes to have his hips loaded with some help, right?
He does.
Yeah, if you watch, he really enjoys it. We want to discourage parents from doing this as often as possible because he's not quite ready. Of course he wants to ambulate. Of course he wants to do the things that adults do, right? Yes, of course you do.
Yeah.
But his hips aren't quite prepared. You'll see that Kento was really supporting him up top so that he's not loading through the feet. You don't use the bouncer chairs,
Nope.
and then no bouncy suspensions where the baby is loading the hips from a suspended state because they're just not quite ready. You'll notice that baby can't do this on their own. If Kento lets go, this baby's falling over, and of course he won't. He's extremely flexible through the hip, but if we sit him back down, I want to show something. Baby K is not going to do this on its own because he doesn't have the trunk stability yet. The baby doesn't actually try to pull themselves up into a half kneeling or standing position until the course of 12 months passes because they're trying to build abdominal stability first. They build abdominal stability to be able to support, create a shelf of stability for the mobile hip. And you can see his hips are quite mobile and not quite stable yet. But they will be, don't worry. But if you preload the hip before it's ready, it can create gait disturbances and real issues with the hip. These are the bouncer chairs, or what do they call the walking chairs, where you suspend the baby in and they walk on their own. You want to avoid those as much as possible. You want to avoid preloading the hip before it's ready. If the baby can't do it on its own, maybe you shouldn't be encouraging it. Just a word to the wise about the anatomic development of the hip. Some people think that congenital hip dysplasia happens because of some type of congenital anomaly, but a lot of times it can be created by some of these devices, right? Yes, it makes me upset too when people load their hips too early. I know you want to load your hips, but you will soon.
But I want
Give it a couple months. He'll load it on his own. So, intra-abdominal pressure building through crying, always welcome. And you know, I agree with you that people should not be loading their hips early. Okay, I agree completely. Let that baby build some abdominal stability first, and when they're ready to do it on their own, have them do it on their own. And as the great Greg Cook says, you know, once they start walking, encourage them to still crawl if you can. Get on the floor with them and try to encourage them to build as much abdominal stability for those mobile hips. This is Dr. Kathy Dooley signing off. Dr. Kento Kamiyama.
Bye.
In the future,
Bye.
Dr. K. Kamiyama. And teaching you to not load the hips before the baby's ready.